All right. Start off with a little bit of hand fighting, light hand fighting. Wrist releases, arm drags, collar tap, throw bites, 2-on-1. Let's go. Use those underhooks also. Anytime you start trying to get double underhooks, you gotta try to get to the side. Front's fine, but if you go front, you gotta control the slips. You can't have it front, double underhooks, you can't have it above. Hold on, sorry, relax a little bit. You can't have it up here unless you plan on scooping down. Right? So this is fine in the beginning. You gotta use it away, shove it, control the hips, and not take it away from the front.
Okay, but when I'm going to the side, what do I do with that?
So whatever side you're swimming in with next, or maybe last. So I've already got one underhook, and then you can punch it to the side and follow it in.
Okay. And then throws from there?
And then throws from there.
Okay.
And pushing those elbows across too. So you got to the outside there. You ended up with a hand on the outside. You can still just pushing this across and still trying to get body lock here.
Okay.
Yeah. And try to pull him past you as you step around at the same time. Like that last collar kind of throw by that you just did, Austin. Even though you couldn't get that arm completely clear, you got it here, boom. Even from here, if you don't feel like you can get this arm out of the way, it doesn't really matter. His arm really isn't doing anything. Just body walk right through it.
What do we got?
No, just for one. I mean, he had this arm kind of out, so you got it here. Even if you can't hit it here when you go for it, just get low and hit it with your chest, and now immediately control the hips. So it doesn't matter if you have both arms out of there. As long as his arm is in there, it isn't able to do it too much. So just keep it with it. It'll be good. So go ahead. Try to put yourself in a position where you go. Yeah. Hold point. Top down, sir. Chicken angle. Start that arm grab faster. Then you got to be ready to come forward to you. Just stand around. Start circling there. that arm was real low, you took that extra second, push this here out of the way, just get in there. This arm isn't doing anything, so even if you can't get here, he's doing a good job keeping this here, just lock it in there.
So he got the double unders and he got pretty good. To defend that, you don't mind going over the top?
When he got the double unders here, part of it was you were still trying to get this hand in, so you were leaning back, so you're getting in your hips. I need to use this overhook. I need to help pull myself square with him. If I can, then instead of trying to lean and put this hand in, or lean and put this hand in, this is the worst. Especially if I'm trying to do near side, I have to lean so far. I'm giving him the position he wants. So I need to use that overhook and pull myself towards him. And if I can, this gap right here, punch it in and drop my hips back. And you see how that just pops his hands open. It's not going to always happen exactly like that, but I need to re-square to a 90-degree space. Okay. A little bit more. A little bit more. Yeah, and start circling. Get around him. Get around him. Can't fight that. Yeah, nothing wrong with that. That's perfect right there. So you gotta be a little bit more cautious with your head. Keep your hips under your shoulders and don't allow him to see the back of your head, or you're not gonna avoid that front headlock.
Because I'm dragging down and he's seeing back.
Yeah, if you're leaning at all, you need to make sure, like when, especially you have this here, you need to make sure that you're not just sagging down here and I'm not affecting his shoulders. I need to try to make sure that I have a good enough connection where whatever I do with my body, he does with his body. Okay. If I'm not getting that reaction, I'm just sagging, he's kind of standing up, pulling back here. There's nothing wrong. You can just come in and get that body lock or shoot for the legs. Like I get my singles pretty high.
Okay.
And then when you go to that head dock, you should see when you jump in here. So you were here, and she was kind of sagging down a little bit. As soon as you get her to sag, as soon as you go from here trying to get under, and you bring that hand up and you go to collar tie, don't just grab and then try to like lift her up and you can stop her. She's already wanting to go a certain direction, so she's sagging and kind of sinking down. And then you just overhook and I'm going to snap down. At the same time, I snap down with his head, and I take a little bit of a back step, create some space. And now go from the get this front head lock, and I'll make her carry all my weight.
You're
If
setting
she backs up like that, fine, but most of the time you still try to stand up,
do that.
and you just keep snapping back. As I get that front head lock, you can do that, guys, over here.
Yeah.
Over here, as I get that front head lock, don't worry so much about 15 and 18.
I've seen
Just
that.
make sure that your legs aren't
Fires.
right in here, so she's
You're pretty good at that.
easy to. We're going on a single, so from here,
Yeah,
you like base stairs.
see how much all you gotta do is
We're snapping down, and I don't want to stop
pretty easy
here, and you see how my
transition.
feet are still kind of underneath me. You can hear it on my
Yeah.
And then you see when I make it carry my weight, she has to drop her elbows. As soon as she drops her elbows, let me try to spin.
Overhook.
If you don't feel like you can spin right away, just hold position. Okay?
Yeah.
But she's already going one way, so go ahead and push it up.
Right there, yeah. That's something about that.
And start messing with her head too. Make her carry some of that weight. Yeah. Now you feel how she really wants to stand up. Now you go ahead and use it as a slingshot reaction. So you sag. Here, she's standing up. Now we can go ahead and shoot. So level change with her, and then even give her a little bit of a pop up with the forearm here. So she's going down. She's trying to stand up real tall. And now I can shoot. Okay. You gotta take a good shot though. Okay. Wide stance. I want you to, you're still really comfortable standing in this really upright posture. I want everything with the legs bent, elbows in tight. Even just here, you're approaching in good position. So it doesn't take much of a level change if I do want to shoot, as opposed to wrestling from here and having to drop down way down here and then have her behind me, like she sees coming. Nice, awesome. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that snap down. drag her down. Get that front headlock too. If you want that, if you want the snap down, then take the hand off the back of the head, because you're doing a good job of making it carry a lot of weight here. Then just go for like a front headlock, and a lot of times, I won't even get the guillotine, because like most people are going to be pretty used to defending this. So I'll just grab the chin, and I'll just grab the overhook right on the arm here. I'll very rarely lock my hands here. I'll just grab the chin, right here, and I'll grab right on the arm here, and then I just start bumping back and lifting down. I don't create space, so I'm just a little bit of motion with the arms there. So when you get your body locked, you're just leaving your hips too far back. You had him dead to rights there. Like he had you in big trouble there, and you had this arm in. The only problem was you were still trying to stay in front of him and leave his hips back. As soon as I get my hips behind him, I mean, your head was even on the wrong side. It's not such a big deal. But I'm going to bring my hips in. Now I leave myself, even just that position, getting my hips in. I need to reduce all the space in order to control him. That makes a big difference. Just here, and now hips in.
Okay, I was trying to.
Yeah, you always leave your butt too far out. You got to make full connection. Okay. Switch. Put yourself in a position to take down. Using hand time. Okay. Snap down now. Don't drop to your knees before she does. Okay. Keep your knees off the mat until she does that. Yeah. Good stance. Good base. Get an arm in there or get her arm out. Back. Base, stop, pressing stance. Stepping and sliding just like in boxing, right? You're getting comfortable with just walking foot over foot. I want it to be every step you take, you're in a good position. It's like when we're boxing, we're not walking and then settling, right? Or we're stepping and sliding, and every time we land, I'm always in position. So this is not much different than this, okay? Just when you go for that, when you get here, then wrap this hand, and now walk it in. Now I can actually use my forearm to help push on her forearm and hang her down, as opposed to using just my hands. Okay. Was that a knee tap or a foot sweep? Awesome, a foot sweep. I'm gonna right at you. Stepping, sliding, face down a little bit there, Doc. Good wide stance. Get that left hand doing something. There you go. Even right there, awesome, you got to the outside, then just go ahead and get that single. Even if you don't get a good drag, you went here, just like this, and you were, what, stay right there. You kind of pulled away. As you pulled away, go ahead and just follow it in. So you don't always have to get him just like completely hands on the mat. Even if you just get it off the head, and he's still upright, he might pull away. Even just from right here, you can even shoot your double, and now start running into him. As long as that arm's out of the way, now you just tap his quad.
Like that?
Yeah, and then lock your wrist into it.
Or is it like this?
No, you have it right.
It's like that?
Yeah. And now really pull this in, and you're trying to do like a bicep slicer. And now use that.
Right there?
Okay. Yeah, use that, snap it down. So a lot of times I'll get a little bit of pressure. And then down. All right. That's why you want to keep connection. Don't take your chest off her. Immediately she wants to sit up, and then she's going to try to sit out and try to catch away from your switch, right?
When I did, so I snap, you're done?
Yeah, you got to keep connection on your chest, so you have to make that your pivot point.
Okay.
Right? Otherwise, if you just try to jump completely disconnected from her, she's gonna scramble. And then that's why I think you'll catch the head butters.
Yeah.
Switch. Make connection right away, Doc. Pushing the hips up, hips back, butt back, core stance, base, base, base. Hide that head, snap out of there. Hide the neck, hand fight, hand fight. Catch, high arm catch. Switch the hips, switch the hips. Now, when he, go to front headlock side, when he gets here, whatever side he wants to go to, so if he wanted to go to this side, I need to try to get my leg up in order to try to even sit back and pull bar if I can't stand up. But at the very least, that same side he's going to, I need to get this arm up. So he goes to spin, I need to try to catch him here and re-square. So I don't want to let him get any closer to my hips, right? And then I can at least try to pull myself into half guard where I can try to work on a single or a double, as long as he's not choking me right there. So usually once he gets there, you'll feel that he wants to start kicking aside. Just get ready to catch it. Just throw it up, way far behind you, and just as high as you can. And as soon as he hits you, immediately latch down. And then whatever side he goes to, you bring your hips away from him.
Okay. And to do that a lot less in the sense.
Yeah.
Go one way and they may go the other way, all the way around.
Yeah, you're gonna be really on guard there. You don't want to stay in the front headlock position like that in the turtle. You're gonna want to catch it and immediately try to stand up and drive for a single or a double, or sit through and take a half guard or a full guard. And then try to attack off of that. So like you get these big breaks, like he just went for the arm drag, and he kind of spun with him, and he grabbed that, and you guys just stopped and looked at each other. But immediately he tries to arm drag me, I kind of arm drag him back, he turns to face me. I'm gonna try something right off there. So don't just go single attempts to kind of bounce off each other. You wanna try to follow up. So just like in boxing, if he throws a jab, which whatever punch he wants, it doesn't matter. But whatever he throws, yeah, I'm gonna give him something back. I'm not gonna just wait for him to throw and then go back and then try. Right? So over 1 minute combinations. So it's not just one and done. He shoots on me and you counter and give him a shot back. Now right there, snap him down, and that would have been a good time to try. Try to keep connection with him. Yeah, and if you feel him want to retreat, go ahead and follow with him and try to keep your hands on him, Doc. Use that collar tie to start bringing his head down. Get on the back of his head, not the neck. Nice. On the back of the head, not the neck. Wrist release, roll those wrists, roll those wrists. Hips in, Zach. Hips in. Good. Yeah, so again, you're still, even though you were close, you have this crunched up position, like a half crunch. You just need to get your hips in and connect his hips, pull your hands through his hips to your hips, and now use your core to move him, instead of trying to steer him with your arms way out here. Okay?
Did you have a heat in? You were working sort of like eating, that's why I think my hips went out.
Yeah, probably. I didn't see the beginning of it. Good base, Doc. Base, draw hard. Snap him down. And you see how he wants to really just desperately yank his head out like that? That's the perfect time, especially you get him here and he's got both arms up, like pushing on you. Here, as soon as I feel that, I'm gonna take a big step in. He's trying to drop out, right? Push out. Immediately follow him. You gotta time it right away. Okay? So don't let him get this big space, because now anything I do, he's gonna see me coming, and he's already got momentum moving backwards. Try to stay with him. You feel him want to retreat, you push further, you follow him. Nice. And then right there, go ahead and kind of lay on your hip, sit up a little bit more. You're going to be on this hip before you drive over, kind of on your elbow here. Yeah, lay down on your side here. Yeah, so you were up a little bit more. You were more on this knee dock. You're on your right knee. Yeah, right here. You end up in this position. You feel how you're over top of him now. Now, in the middle of this scramble, as he's pushing into you, this is a perfect opportunity to just step this leg over and use your hips almost like a hip bump sweep. Go ahead, step over, and now just land right in the mouth there. Yeah. So it wasn't completely over. So even when you feel off balance, you don't have to just give up. If you can turn him somehow, get your hips involved, especially when he's lower than you are, there's no reason not to continue fighting. Even right there, how he hit the brick wall. You did a good job stepping him, he shot, and he was kind of, go ahead, put your knee down like you were here, and you were actually here like this, and you felt him leaning back a little bit. There's no reason why I shouldn't just be able to just drag him down. If he's a little bit more bent over, and if I'm able to kind of get him off to the side a little bit here, just sit right over and just land him out. If you get him on his heels like that. Go ahead and take the shots out.
What?
Start working those doubles and singles now, Doc. Even if you're not committing 100% to them, just get used to that motion. Get in there and just get used to catching those legs. Do those hands. No more pure defense. You gotta start trying to turn on offense. Snap them down, scroll hard, turn, switch your hips out, stand up, switch your hips out, guard. Yeah, good. And that was a better attempt, just trying to get your hips back and sprawl out. If you would have started that just a little bit sooner, you would have had a better shot.
I was open to the gate too. I felt like I was like, when that.
Yeah. Yeah, so even if you hit the mat, it's not over. Right? You still have a chance to sweep, you still have a chance to submit, you still have a chance to escape and just come right back to your feet. So anytime you feel off balance, even if you hit the mat, it's not over until he completely stops the momentum, right? If you can still move, take that opportunity and keep that motion going. All right, let's move on. Austin, what do you do? So just kind of staying with the hand fighting, we're already talked about just if I am able to get, go ahead, kind of high up a little bit, yeah. If I'm able to get a hold of an elbow and somehow disconnect his hand, either I can either reach over and go 2-on-1, or sometimes he just doesn't have a very good grip and I kind of pull away. Anytime I get to the outside of this elbow and cross his arm up here, he's going to be pulling it away and he's going to be trying to use his other hand to my hand right here. And I can still just keep doing whatever I can to get his arm pulled to one side. Now, when we go in for an underhook, when we go to tie up, of course it's not always going to happen where we just come in and go over underhook, right? But one of the main things is when I do start working for an underhook, I want to make sure that I do get an underhook and I don't allow him to get an underhook. So go ahead and tie up. I'm not just settling for the overhook and I'm not letting him grab me back. I'm getting my underhook in as I get wrist control or bicep control and hiding my underhook or my armpit with my elbow. Now from here, I'm going to start trying to immediately use this as a way to throw. I can go into my arm drags. I mean, we've already got our arm spin, our sewanagi. So right here, even if I can come in and I know he wants an underhook, he goes to dig an underhook, and that's immediately passing it by, right? Either pushing it straight across or using this as a way to snap him down. Whatever it is, I'm just not going to let him have this underhook. So just having this position with his hand, being able to bring it back and shorten up that arm. So as we go to the tie, we'll just start it with right leg forward, and now we'll go over underhook. He's going to tie up here. Good. So that's the position we're going to start with. And now just coming in and getting lower also. So getting a little bit of a level change as I come in. Even if he does get an underhook, Austin will tell you that it feels kind of awkward, right? He's not able to get his elbow completely under my armpit. And you see now I allow him to sink it in. Even if I'm not able to completely stop this, just level changing a little bit, and even grabbing right around the waist, or using my sag on his underhook to help turn him with a high underhook. So sag on his underhook, turn, and now I kind of take my shoulders and my shoulders back and my chest out. And from right here now, at least I have something to work with. He doesn't have something to just completely lock me down with. And now I have to sit here and fight his grip in order to start advancing my position with either pummeling for double underhooks or trying to break out and now come in. So first thing is we'll just start just with this position. We both kind of meet. Wrist control or elbow control. And now we'll go ahead and add just an arm drag. I'm going to push it down. I always try to pull on his arm and try to keep it as straight as I can. And if for some reason I can't make anything work with this right away, so if I want the arm drag, so I want tension and I want to pull, and immediately start attacking the legs or the underhooks. As I get in here, if I ever have wrist control, I don't want it just hanging out in space. I either want to pin it to him or I want to pin it to me. So I don't want to go here and have to match strength for strength and then have to deal with him actually wrist releasing out. Yeah, and have to play this gripping game. If I grab a hold of it, I want to punch it to him, I want to punch it to me. Okay. And hold on to it with my whole body here. And now even here you can see how I'm able to affect his body. Even just sagging, and even with this collar tie, pushing him over his outside toe here, his pinky toe. So anytime it's out in the open, I need to connect it to him, and I need to add a little bit of cross pressure. Now, Austin, how do you feel with that arm? Yeah, it's kind of stuck, right? It's a little bit harder when it's pinned against me or him for him to wrist release out. Yeah. And now I don't have to worry about stopping it from moving as much. I just lock it right in, and I can even use my hip here, kind of locking it in, or sagging on it. Right? Now it's a little bit harder. I'm closing this gap left by my thumb and my index finger, either here or here. Okay? So one more time, start off with just catching the underhook here. Now we're going to go ahead and make a little bit of space, and I'm pulling down and in, level changing as I go. If I don't pass that arm all the way across, if I don't pass this arm all the way out where I can get this hand in, with the arm drag pulling here, if I just get here, that's fine. Just get below the elbow, and now go right through it and pin his arm to him. As long as he's not here, that underhook doesn't really matter. I don't have to clear this arm completely. Okay? One time. Okay. And now if he does start trying to go for a guillotine, whatever you do, don't look at the hand and try to defend it. Even if he drops his leg down. Because like what just happened was now I get this guillotine and everyone's too worried about this. And now they start trying to back out and hand fighting here, which he's going to tell you that gave him a better grip, right? Right, Austin? Yeah. Yeah. So if I get this leg up and he starts wrapping the guillotine, I need to get my hips in and my head up. Yeah. What was it? Arm locking you? Oh, okay. So as I come in, I need to get my hips in and my head up. Now, if I do decide to try to run the pipe for a circle, or for the single, then I need to make sure that I don't try to land with him, and I use my shoulder to kind of punch him off as I shrug out, because right now he doesn't have anything locked here. But don't sit and look at it, because now I'm going to be pushing my neck further into his control. So as I swing him down, I need to kind of shrug my head out. That's getting a little ahead of ourselves right now. Just going in. And as I come in for my underhook, I'm trying to control this hand, whether the wrist or the elbow, depending on how hard he's trying to fight for the underhook. Okay? Just from here, hold, single, or double.
Now, when he pushes his arm into him and he like backs up, because that's one thing I thought, if I were to back up, you can still do that because you're getting clearance, right?
Say that again?
So, like when you're putting his arm into him, and it's not connecting to his body.
Yeah, it's gonna be a little bit harder to start an arm drag from there because, I mean, most of the time if I do that, I'll have like, you know, like we were talking about, if I can get a collar tie and wrist control right away, this is a good starting position. So if I do pin it to him like that, then it's when I'm just getting started, just as a way to try to frustrate him here. And even if I can take a shot from here and just hit his shoulder, he's not gonna be able to back up too much, especially because I'm using this here. And I might even be using this as a way to kind of break his posture. And there's different things that you can do there. It depends on how he reacts really. It'll dictate what you actually follow up with. But for right now, we're just coming in, add a little bit of level change, catch the arm drag, and just right into an easy double. Okay, just the bump like that. Everybody got it? Let's do about 5 times each.
No, I did
So arm drag. So you're gonna take your underhook out, pull it, and then shoot. And come in a little bit closer. You don't have to stay so far out here like this and have your underhook so far extended away from your body. When I get an underhook, I want to be close to it. I want it to be supported by my body. I don't want to have to be out here and try to curl away from my body. As we come in, just resting stance. And then I want to be here. I want to be close. Now when I'm ready, I can kind of take a little bit of space, grab, and now I'm running for my elbow.
okay.
They get more sensitive or what?
Yeah, I read this cafe, I think I might do this cat.
Is that when you hurt your face, right?
No, I hit it
Come in.
again with Zacco.
So don't worry about trying to reach out and catch it. Just stand here. Because when if I'm leading with that right hand, he's going to try to get under
right
it
in the
too.
pot.
So I just leave it here, catch hold.
And then, not sure the limits.
If he goes